on the script?
Will do.
Thank you. Let's see. So, just to review a couple things about the script. We will have a welcome from Trustee Steve Hill, Chancellor Pan. They're not with us today. We also have the introduction of student leaders and unions, and also a skit. And those people will be joining us for the event, but aren't here with us today. So, any questions before we get started? Stephanie, yeah.
So for those people who will be like reading names, is there any way we can confirm the correct pronunciations before Thursday? I think there might be like a section where I'm doing that for a few people, but I know that Tony and Pete, Tony Castro and Pete have lots of names, so lots of opportunities to, inadvertently mispronounce names.
Yes. Yeah, Stephanie, I did include the names of the students that we lost in the bus accident in the script. So yes, we can talk about how to pronounce their names. And then, yeah, Pete and Tony, you have the bulk of names to read with new employees and new hires. So if you have questions about that, we can follow up with those people. Yeah.
The other thing that I was going to do is for the supervisors that I'm aware of, because everybody's listed where their job is. So I was going to, if I had a question about pronunciation, I was going to reach out to supervisors as well.
That's a great plan. Sonia, I don't recall getting the list yet, unless I've been in meetings though, so you may have.
It's in the script.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't email a list. It's in the script, and that's the only place I've saved it.
Okay.
Sonia, the other question I had was that I noticed that some of the job descriptions are just like program specialist.
Yeah.
Right? I'm curious if that's going to be changed, or, and then there's a couple, like, for example, I have a new job and I wasn't on the North people who have new jobs kind of list. And a friend of mine, I think got tenure this month and I didn't see that. And so I'm just curious, like, if there's things we know, should we send them to you, or should we to update that list, or?
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up. I'll tell you where the list came from. So we reached out to HR to get a list of new employees and new roles from the past year since last President's Day. That's right, Rocky?
Yeah, and because we kicked off planning for this, ahead of time, I think you were saying, Renee, in one of your examples was like a month. So depending on when they did that poll for us, it could be, yeah. But yeah, send it to us and we can add it.
Yeah, please send it to us. And also, I did send this list of names to all of the supervisors, that might have an employee on the new hires or new roles list. I didn't hear back from everybody, but I did ask, I wanted those titles, those working titles that we use, but I just didn't hear back from everyone. So, please do send any suggestions or updates that you have. Yeah.
So I was noticing noticing in the script. Well, I guess my question is, if as we are reading our script, and I think this is probably more a Renee and Stephanie thing, if we paraphrase a line that's within the keeping of the intent of what's written, is that okay?
Oh yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. I did not know if you wanted us like reading verbatim. Yeah, anyway. Okay, thank you, Sonia.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. The script is a guide kind of just to keep us on track, but please do personalize it and add to it. You know, there's room for you to add also and make it your own.
Insert corny jokes wherever necessary.
That would be the added benefit of online rolling of eyeballs exercise program that's come into place under Dr. Crawford's leadership. So anyway, yeah, for those of you who missed my earlier corny joke, so what do you call it when dogs have ringing in the ears? Rin-tin-tin-tinnitus.
Oh,
Anyway.
wow. So back to the rolling eyes exercise. So who are we, you know, have I been exposed? Have you caught me rolling eyes?
Oh no, I just sort of assumed that given the low quality of these jokes that I tell, there's gonna be rolling of eyeballs. So
Oh, well,
yeah.
we're gonna have a symbol ready for you to do it.
Well, I've heard it said that the best way to tell a good joke is to tell a lot of jokes. So sooner or later, one will be good.
That's what I do.
When Stephanie and I lived together, I had the luxury of closing my door, but I can't close my door on Zoom.
Ooh, I just felt a cold front moving toward North Seattle from Ms. Castro. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I'm kidding, I missed that late night tapping. Okay, we're getting
Okay, okay.
The shade.
Back to this.
a fun roommate story. You know, things happen late in the evening.
All right, everybody, we will.
Sympathy for Sonia for trying to keep this group together.
4 p.m.
I know, I'm sorry about that meeting time, everybody. Okay, well, I'm going to share my screen, and I believe it's Renee or Stephanie that starts us off. Are we ready? Yep, okay. Oh, let me get my PowerPoint playing.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Just a quick heads up that we'll be starting the formal program in a few minutes. So we'll get started shortly. Oh, and I see that our formal PowerPoint is now up on the screen, which is great. So good morning, everyone. Welcome north to the 2020 North Seattle College President's Day. I'm Renee Infelice, and I'm a retention and activity specialist in international programs and also at the district now, which is exciting. I'm excited to again be your MC for today's event and to share the virtual stage with my awesome co-MC, Stephanie Dykes.
I might even do that. So anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie Dykes, Executive Director of Institutional Effectiveness. We're so glad to see all of you here today for our annual President's Day and the first ever online President's Day. I think we all look forward to the day when we'll gather in person. But for now, thank you for helping us kick off the year together.
This morning, we give a warm welcome to our interim president, Dr. Shameen Crawford on her first President's Day. Dr. Crawford, thank you for stepping in to lead the college through, well, we can only call it a very memorable year. We look forward to hearing from you today. In keeping with North tradition, we'll also welcome new employees, new student leaders, and our union representatives. For the second half of the program, we will give you a chance to connect, talk, chime in our breakout sessions.
We begin our program by honoring the land that North Seattle College occupies. I invite EDI team member of the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion team to read our land acknowledgement. And will I know who that person is before Thursday or whenever?
Yes, that will be Christy, and the
Christy Santos?
Yes, and the script is updated. Ooh.
Okay, so then Christy does her thing. Then it's back over to you, Renee.
Thank you, Stephanie and Christy. And thank you, Christy, for honoring this history of this land and of our college. This morning, we also take a moment to honor an event that took place 5 years ago today, the Aurora Bridge bus accident. And that was actually my very first President's Day. Unfortunately, at the bus accident, 5 North Seattle College international students were lost in the accident, and the tragedy still weighs very heavy on all our hearts today. Stephanie, will you please lead us in a moment of remembrance?
Hello all, it's my honor to lead us in remembering the students we lost 5 years ago in the Aurora Bridge accident. This happened on my first President's Day also at North Seattle College, and it's a day I'll never forget. Usually we would take this moment to gather together to share our memories in the World Community Garden. That space will always serve as a place we can go to remember the students lost in the accident. Please join me in a moment of silence in memory of Claudia Der Schmidt, Aram Kim, Pravando Ivan Putradanto, Mami Sato, Runji Song, and in memory of all those injured in the Aurora Bridge accident. And what should I count to for the pause there? Like, should I count to like 10 inside my head?
Yeah, Stephanie, I think that's a good number. Thank you.
So count to 10 inside my head?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you all for taking this moment of remembrance.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. And now I would love for you all to give a warm welcome to our 2 next speakers, Board of Trustees Chair Steve Hill and Chancellor Sean Pan, who are joining us this morning.
Trustee Hill and Chancellor Pan share remarks. Thank you, Chancellor Pan and Trustee Hill. Next up, I'm pleased to welcome our interim president, Dr. Shameen Crawford, to her first President's Day at North. Dr. Crawford, we are so grateful to you for leading the college through this unforgettable year. We celebrate today as a fresh start to the new school year, and we are glad to have you take us forward. I'll hand it over to you.
Speech, talk, speech, 15 minutes. All the places you'll go, Dr. Seuss. Done.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Crawford. That was great. I love Dr. Seuss. Now for the next part of the program, I'll turn it over to Vice President of Instruction, Pete Lortz, and Vice President of Student Services, Tony Castro.
Pete's on. I'm just making this up as we go, right?
Well, we've got a script, Tony. There's comments and stuff. So it goes to me first. It's our tradition to welcome new employees to campus on President's Day. Today we are welcoming employees who have joined the college since our last President's Day. Everyone, please share your welcome wishes and congratulations to our new colleagues in the chat. Welcome to, and then I read off the first slide. Question, do I read? I don't read the positions, do I? Because people can see the positions. Most people can see the positions.
Yes, I think names are good.
Yeah, I think it saves us time if I just read the names.
That's how it was when we discussed in planning. You know, if we were there in person, we would have walked around with a mic.
Right.
We would read off their names, and just that was our goal, is to just honor that and make people feel something, some kind of.
Got it. So I do this slide and then hand it to Tony.
And Tony, I just emailed a link to this script maybe 5 minutes before this meeting, so you'll be able to find it. And then I linked it in chat too.
I see it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So.
Great. So Pete, you'll kick it off with the script and start. That's great.
Yeah. Yep. And then I do the first slide, then you take this slide.
Okay.
And then I take this slide. You take this slide. I take this slide, and then you introduce the employees in the new role in this slide. And then I take this slide.
Perfect. So you're just going back and forth, but you're starting with the first list, just so I'm tracking.
Yeah. And I'm just seeing that off the script.
Awesome. Great.
And then you say welcome to all the employees who joined the North community this year, and a big congrats to those in a new role. We're so glad to see you here. And then Stephanie takes it away.
Thank you, Pete and Tony. It's now time to meet our new student leaders for this academic year. These students represent their peers and the entire North student body. They give a lot of themselves in their work, so let's give them our time, attention, and thanks. Dr. Mary Akob-Nash will now introduce the new student leaders. And then Mary will do her thing, and then it'll kick it over back to Renee.
Thanks to our student leaders. We know you will do great things this year. Next up, we have representatives from our classified, faculty, and pro staff unions who will share a few words. The folks who are about to come up represent each of our employee teams and go to bat for us when needed. I would say all the time. We will start with our greetings from the WFC representative, which will probably be Matt, right?
Yeah, I think so. They haven't confirmed who it's going to be,
Okay.
but I'll update the script.
Or Steve, actually. Steve's usually. We'll start with greetings from the WFC representative, probably Steve. Take it away, Steve.
Okay, and then AFT SPS will talk next, and then AFT Devine Iyer. We don't have to worry about pronouncing their names.
Ayers. And can somebody, whoever's working the PowerPoint, or whoever's got the PowerPoint, could you put AFT-faculty for Devine, just so that we're clear about the two?
Will do. Thank you.
And then I say, thanks unions for all you do. Now just because we're remote today doesn't mean we're missing out on the traditional President's Day skit. Let's see what Dan Tarker has in store for us.
Something. Insert
something.
tree frog skit.
Oh yeah.
There'll be some sort of movement talking about taking it to the man. Shaking my fist at Cole will shake a fist. There'll be all sorts of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We hear that Warren's gonna make an appearance in this skit.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
It's an all-star cast.
I am not surprised that Dan Tarker's skit has pulled out all the stops yet again.
Yeah, Dan asked me how to contact my predecessor, Jack Bausch, so I suspect Jack's been recruited as well.
Coral, did you have a question?
I did. I just wanted to double check on how you're going to turn the screen over to Dan, or are you going to click on a link that he gives you, or how is he going to present this in terms of just technical? Make sure we don't have a mess up at this point.
Good question. So he is going to give me the link to the video on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm going to have it pulled up in YouTube. So I'll stop. He'll introduce the skit, and I will stop sharing the PowerPoint and click on YouTube. Is that a good way to share a video?
The best way would be if you have the video pulled up in the same browser that you have your script and your PowerPoint in, because then you just have to switch browser tabs. You don't have to stop the share.
Okay.
I mean, we can practice that to make sure that it's going to work since things changed a little bit. But that's how it used to work. If you had it in the same browser, just on a different tab, you could just switch without, you know, Zoom making you quit the share and then resharing.
Okay.
So we'll test that out.
Thanks, Coral.
Yep.
And
What-
Sonia, when you share your PowerPoint, make sure to optimize for sound and video, because you don't think to do that
definitely.
initially when you're doing a PowerPoint, but because you won't want to have to
Right. When you
click that
first share the
later.
screen. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Good
wanted to
call.
encourage. I just wanted to encourage Coral and Sonia to, get together and specify time to do the run through, because we don't want to have that like awkward pause when nothing's happening and we're going, oh my gosh. So
So you
anyway,
don't think we should leave this to chance, huh?
go figure. I'm kind of crazy that way.
Okay, I'll put it at the top of the list instead of in the middle. How's that?
All right.
Wow. Well, that was a great skit. Thanks so much, Dan. And now we want to say thanks to all of you. The pandemic and remote operations have required us to work incredibly hard this year. Thank you all for coming together today to keep our sense of community strong. I am so proud to be a part of the great North Seattle College community and to work with all of you. I can't say it enough. As a small gesture of thanks, we are drawing names for President's Day prizes. Those of you who RSVP'd for today were entered in the drawing. Annie Kelly Camp is going to tell us about the prizes and announce our winners. Annie?
Hi. Talk about prizes and choose winners. And we'd be on the next slide with the prizes.
Ooh.
And yeah.
Stephanie, we should definitely do that. Like, ooh, prizes.
Yeah.
Please do. Okay, and then I'll pick winners. And then thanks so much. Back to our MCs.
Thanks, Annie. And don't forget about our tradition to take the annual employee photo. Everyone smile and we'll take a quick screenshot of the group. So won't that be like probably taking like multiple screenshots, or is there a way to get all?
I was going to say the same thing. Make sure we do click, and then whoever's taking the pictures get all the screens.
Okay, so should I change the words then? Because
yeah, you're going to have to scroll through all the different pages of people, and it's going to change on you. So you might want to take, more than just one per screen, because if someone leaves the meeting and it reshuffles, it'll, so it's crazy.
We'll fix that.
So what I'll say is everyone smile and we'll take a quick succession of screenshots.
Right. So everyone needs to sit still for 30 seconds, just like the old daguerreotypes, right?
Don't move.
Yeah, Pete, you got it.
Okay.
Fill up your screen, right? Do something.
Okay, and then the way I printed this out, there's some verbiage on my next page that starts, thanks to everyone for joining us today. So is that more of my stuff? I guess that's...
Yeah, Stephanie, that's still all part of yours, at least in the updated script that Sonia sent.
Okay.
So you close out the show.
I get to close the show.
I know, you lucky.
So thanks to everyone for joining us today and for all the work that you're doing to help students get ready for fall quarter. We look forward to the next time that we see each other in person. For today, we wish you a great start to the academic year. See you at 11:15 in the Zoom breakout rooms. The links to join the breakout rooms are found in the event invitation and in the email sent this morning. We look forward to chatting and catching up. And is there a way we could put the emails or for the breakout rooms in the chat? And then I go, take care, everyone.
Happy President's Day.
Okay.
I just wanted to say one thing. We just wanted to be careful not to actually call it breakout rooms, just because technically speaking, that is a feature of Zoom that we are not using for this event. We may use it moving forward for other events, but as of right now, we're just calling them breakout sessions. I just don't want it to sound confusing just because breakout rooms are a feature of Zoom and that's not how we're doing it.
Okay, so
just clarifying.
See you at 11:15 in the and I'll delete Zoom here and just say breakout sessions.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Thank you, Rocky.
The other piece behind that is that I'm helping someone in one of those breakout sessions, and in order to be able to do that, I have to end the main meeting. So the other pieces, we may have to like remove people if they don't leave this one on time. So I don't know if we should warn them that, you know, this meeting will end for everyone. Maybe someone could use those terms when whoever's announcing, Stephanie, the ending. Just say, you know, Coral will end the meeting for all at whatever time or right now or whatever it turns out to be.
Coral, can you make someone else the co-host so you don't have to worry about that as much?
Well, I can't even join another meeting if I'm in this one.
Oh, that's right. They don't.
So
let you
Okay.
this meeting has to end completely for me to be free to go to another meeting.
Okay.
Unless I don't need to go to the other meeting, but there's no need for people to stay in this one if the meeting's over, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Okay.
just, some people just leave their computer and go do something else, and then the thing ends and they're still sitting there.
So, so it kind of seems like timing wise, after I say the see you at 11:15 in the breakout sessions, the links to join the breakout sessions are found in the event invitation and in the email sent this morning. We look forward to chatting and catching up. Please be sure to leave
Leave this
meeting
before
and
joining another one. Yeah.
Before, well, that could also be like a long time. So I think we want to communicate that we want you to leave like now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we just end the meeting?
I think it actually might be worthwhile saying something prior to the end, because theoretically speaking, I've seen people do this where they may be on a meeting and then they are still there when you're at the end. So that could happen way earlier on. It might be worth saying something towards the beginning of the program and not just at the end.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So how about both the beginning and the end?
Yeah, that would be my suggestion.
Okay, so Renee, I think you kind of lead us off. So could you add something to your remarks? And then I'll have my thing here. And I want to say something other than please be sure to leave this meeting now so that, you know, Coral can join another meeting.
No, yeah, don't say that though.
No, even though it's true.
Just say this meeting will end at, and then I'll just end it. But we have to announce it so people don't feel thrown out. I mean, summarily ejected. You know, we want them to be warned that it's going to end.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll have my phone with me, and then whenever I say, you know, we look forward to chatting and catching up, I'll look at my phone, and let's say it ended at 4:42, which is now. I'll say this meeting will be ending at 4:44 to give them, is 2 minutes too much?
Yeah, that works. Yeah, give them a little grace, couple of minutes, and then I'll just watch my computer clock, and at 4:44 or whatever time it's going to be, I'll just end the meeting. And I'll say, okay, the meeting is ending now, and I'll say it again so people hear it if they're listening. And so nobody feels like they've been slighted, hopefully.
Okay, sounds like a plan, and we can also include a line in the agenda that says the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, and you could even print that on your in your email or something, and just say the meeting will end on time when it's you know, whenever it's done, because we have to go on to the other rooms, you know. And that's okay. You can just, like, all of us go on to other rooms.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I wanted to mention, I did stop the PowerPoint at several times during the presentation so that the speakers are on the screen rather than the PowerPoint. So I wanted to call that out. I stopped it during the welcome So Stephanie and Renee, the audience can see your faces.
Oh my gosh.
I stopped it also during Trustee Hill and Chancellor Pan's greetings, during Dr. Crawford's speech, and I'll pause it during Mary and the student leaders. And I think that's it. Oh, and also Stephanie, for your closing, I'll also stop the PowerPoint and turn it to you on the video.
Wow. I better put some makeup on. Wow. Okay, will do.
Right. Any other?
Stephanie, so are you good on the ending then?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you need me to say anything else?
No, I think so I'll do the thanks to everyone for joining us today. Paragraph. See you at 11:15 in the breakout sessions. And then once I get through with that line of script, I'll say, please be sure to leave this meeting at, and then I've literally written in my script, current time plus 2 minutes. So,
Right.
Okay, that works.
And you just changed that part about the photo to say succession, because the current script says we'll take a quick screenshot, but you just were going to add the word succession of screenshots in.
yeah, I literally wrote that into my script.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'll just change it here in the.
Thank you. Thank you, Rocky.
Yeah.
And President's Day team, I was gonna ask you all to help out with taking those screenshots behind the scenes. So
Wow.
it may not be perfect, but we'll all work on that together.
Right, I was going to suggest that we all contribute to that, because that's a good way to get everything. So I was going to ask, just as a kind of a devil's advocate here, does everyone know what to do if your sound goes wonky, or if it's, yeah. Well, you can turn off your video and keep your sound going, because it's important to keep the audio going. If you guys, like, especially Renee and Stephanie, if you're reading, you can, if your sound starts to tune in and out like that does sometimes for DeAndre, you can turn off your video, and that can sometimes save it. Or if someone else's video starts to do that, or we can all turn off our audios, and that sometimes frees up enough bandwidth that it will save it. So we all kind of need to be proactive during the meeting. If anybody starts to have trouble with their connection, that we can do some other, test things like turning on and off our own video and audio to help see if it helps get that person through that piece.
I have found that sometimes just by muting and unmuting my mic a couple times, it helps for some reason. So
okay.
I don't know why Zoom has that, but I agree with you 100%. Like, just doing little things like turning off your mic or your video really help.
The other thing that, Stephanie.
Yeah, so just want to ask really quick. So how do we take a screenshot? Is it like this new computer I have, you can take a screenshot and it lets you know you've taken a screenshot? Or do you do something really dumb like, okay, everybody smile, like that? So
I think for maybe, may I suggest that for Stephanie and myself, that we don't worry about that, so that we can focus on the script. I think that'll be easier for us, because we're trying to manage the flow of that picture taking, and so
yeah, us stars of stage and screen, we're like that.
We're a little prima donnas over here, and we can't be doing these other things.
I prefer diva.
Oh, okay, fair.
Actually, in the business, you're called the talent.
Oh my gosh.
Coral, where's my craft services?
Your craft services? What is
that's another term. It's just a term for the food table.
Oh,
in film and TV.
I thought that was like Kraft macaroni and cheese or something. So
yeah. Anyway, we got off topic there, but
yeah. So Seattle Bridge actually happened the other day for Seattle Promise, and I saw them do this where they scrolled through. I don't know if you saw this post, Renee. on Instagram, but they definitely scrolled through all the pages and then they took pictures of it, and it was a video of that. So I've seen it done. You want me to start practicing right now? Everybody get ready.
Mm-hmm.
But it shouldn't be too bad. And I can definitely jump in, Sonia, and do that, since we should have those copies of those for our records, since marketing maintains all those photos from the past years. My brain is failing on me at the end of the day.
So one more thing about those pesky details about the screenshots.
Yeah.
So if Renee and I are not going to be like monitoring that, will one of y'all say when it's time, or when you've completed taking the screenshots?
Sure, I can do that. I'll let you
Okay.
know when we're done.
Okay.
And yeah, Rocky and Annie and Tony, I was going to ask you all to help out with that. And I don't mean screenshots with our phones, but just screenshots on the computer. But we can talk more about that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Don't be like Stephanie with the screenshots, you know?
Don't be like Stephanie.
All right. Other suggestions or questions?
Oh, I've missed hanging out with y'all so much. My gosh, it's unreal. It's so good to see y'all. I cannot say enough. So
I just wanted to say the two of you double teaming as MCs create this nice flow and positive energy. So thank you again for saying yes.
well, I am a ham, so thank you.
And speaking of hams, I just want to say, Stephanie, good luck tomorrow for convocation, because I believe you're not doing just one presentation, you're doing 2 presentations.
Yeah, well, I saw that.
One is the formal presentation, but then there is a lovely jam session where you can hear Stephanie sing one of her songs. So I just wanted to say, break a leg for tomorrow.
So,
Nicely done.
Yeah, so I was thinking what I might do is I might just say, here's the link to my moment of fame with the Seattle Men's Chorus from June 2019, and just have them do the YouTube. So, so anyway.
You'll do great.
You'll do great tomorrow, Stephanie.
I'm excited to see it.
Me too.
Okay,
Is this for
well.
one of the breakouts, or is this part of the main session?
So I'm not quite sure how it works out for the Chancellor's Convocation. I hope that there'll be like the more formal presentation stuff, and then there'll be the way the jam session thing was billed was, if you sing, if you dance, if you do spoken word, if you whatever, here's your chance. So.
Okay, got it. It looks like they're going to new Zoom meeting rooms.
So kind of similarly to our President's Day, there'll be like the more formal session, and then at 2 o'clock there'll be the jam sessions, which are the more informal sessions that will have their own separate Zoom links that people can go to. And I can't go to yours, Stephanie, because I'm helping co-host with Julius from North. We're doing an LGBTQ community building space.
Oh, so, darn it. So I can't go to that one either. So.
I know. I was like, we're going to cross our paths. But
yeah.
That's why I wanted to wish you a sort of like, break a leg tomorrow. And, I know you'll do excellent. So.
Well,
way to represent North, you two. And being the host. I'm excited about that.
From
alphabet soup.
I know.
Alphabet soup,
From convocation to President's Day. Come see Renee and Stephanie. We have our own show. We'll take on the road. All right. Well, thank you, Sonia, Rocky, and Annie. And Coro and Tony.
Oops.
I know you all have been doing a lot of planning, so thank you for all that.
Wait, Stephanie.
So in terms of when Renee and I should hop on this thing, it says 9:45 a.m. President's Day Zoom session open for chat. So that should probably be when you and I get on board, Renee, I'm thinking, because I wouldn't want folks thinking, well, the talent hasn't arrived yet. I hate that term.
I'm gonna open the Zoom meeting at 9:30, and I'm just gonna have it here, so anybody can arrive anytime between 9:30 and 9:45, whatever works.
Okay.
Yeah, Stephanie,
Coral.
I like that idea. Thank you, Coral. Stephanie and Renee, if you can join us at 9:45 or earlier, that would be great. And then the rest of the planning team will be there at 9:30 to talk to people and chat and say hello and welcome everyone. Yeah, so thanks everyone. I'm feeling ready and excited for Thursday.
Yay.
And we'll do a little bit more planning as far as the operations of running the show, but I think you guys are ready. A big thank you to Stephanie and Renee. So
Thank you all.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
gonna be
Thanks,
fun.
everyone. Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sonia, do
Oh,
you
here we
need to
are.
stay a few minutes?
Yeah.
Can we stop recording?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was going to ask, do you want me to keep